A long time ago, in a quiet forest far from any village, there lived a wise and kind-hearted monk who had renounced the world. He spent his days meditating and helping those in need.
One evening,
While sitting by the entrance of his small cave, a tiny mouse fell from the beak of a crow and landed near him, trembling with fear. The monk gently picked up the hurt mouse, brought it into his cave, and offered it some grains. From that moment on, the mouse began living with the monk, growing stronger and healthier each day. One day, a cat from the forest spotted the fat mouse and began chasing it. Terrified, the mouse ran into the cave and hid behind the monk's robes, begging for safety. Seeing the fear in the mouse's eyes, the monk decided to use his spiritual powers and transform the mouse into a cat so it no longer had to live in fear of predators. The mouse-turned-cat roamed the forest fearlessly until one day a wild dog spotted it and gave chase. The cat ran back to the monk, pleading for protection once again. Moved by its fear, the monk transformed the cat into a dog. The dog, now free from the threat of being hunted, lived happily and fearlessly until a tiger saw it and began to chase. Once more, the dog fled to the monk for safety. Out of compassion, the monk transformed the dog into a majestic tiger, the king of the forest. The tiger roamed the forest without fear, respected by all, but one day a hunter appeared and shot at the tiger. Terrified by the loud noise of the gunshot, the tiger ran back to the cave, seeking the monk's protection. The monk, seeing the tiger's fear, realized that even with all its power, the tiger was not truly free from fear. So, the monk transformed the tiger into a man, hoping that as a human it could live without fear or threat. As a man, the mouse now, with human thoughts and emotions, felt powerful and free. He moved into a nearby village, respected by the people, and began to dream of starting a family and living a peaceful life. But as time passed, a troubling thought entered his mind. What if the monk tells someone that I was once a mouse? What if they lose respect for me? That one thought turned into fear, and the fear grew. He began to think of killing the monk, the only one who knew his secret, to protect his new life. With this wicked thought in his heart, he picked up a knife and went to the monkey's cave with the intent to kill him. But the monk, sensing the man's intentions, chanted a mantra and in a flash transformed the man back into the tiny mouse he once was. The mouse, terrified, ran out of the cave and never returned. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. If we don't control our thoughts, those thoughts can control us. The mouse, even with strength, respect, and a human life, was undone by one negative thought. In our own lives, small thoughts like fear, jealousy, or anger can grow if we don't manage them, shaping our actions and ultimately determining our future. In a world filled with distractions and pressures to compare ourselves to others, we must be aware of our thoughts. If we can master our minds, we can shape our destinies. But if we ignore them, single negative thought could destroy everything we've worked for.